sinks, 2 stoves, 2 sets of double ovens, 2 microwaves, 2 dishwashers, and so on. Then they have cabinets where they can put dry, non-perishables in, and they can lock them if they want. They've got 2 Sub-Zero refrigerators, shelves for each of the rooms, and then we take care of all the milk, the juice, the bottled water, the condiments, those types of things. We don't need guests checking in, and you go buy a half a gallon of milk and you leave, and then you buy a half gallon, and everybody's leaving parts of a gallon, and so we just take care of that. Sub-Zero freezer, and the things that are in there for everybody, they're labeled, other things, you just put the label on your name, because we're not a bed and breakfast. But we do have groups who come in and cook. That's how Jeff got associated with us. And they schedule that to the house managers, and then the house managers put out signs and let the guests know, and then the board, we have meals catered into that the managers do. Longhorn Steakhouse out here in Fairfield is a great supporter of ours. They provide steaks for us once a month. We just call them up and say, we need 35 steaks for tomorrow night. Go pick them up. And then somebody will come in and cook them and provide all the side dishes. And then we got Qdoba and pizza places and all Chick-fil-A and you name it. We just go out and get certificates, and the house managers will cater meals in. Then they've got, you see okay in there? Okay. They've got 2 commercial sized washers, 2 commercial sized dryers. They're not coin operated, just size wise commercial. And I always point out to people that the Fishers are very, very wealthy people. And so they had a standard, billionaires, they had a standard that if military men and women and their family are going to stay in these houses, this would be a place they would stay. I've never walked into a house that had granite countertops in the laundry room. There's not a 2x4 in this house. Everything's at least a 2x6 throughout the whole house. It's built to stand and last. It's worth out $4 million to build the house. So, and then we've got the family room. See, we got the TV, DVD, VCR. We've got the Nintendo Wii. We've got the whole shoot match PlayStation. Everything from Candyland games on we've got it all. You want to go over and say hi? You want to go over and give him 5?
This is Bones.
This is Bones. He's the mascot for the hockey team here in town, the Dayton Demons.
Give him a high five. Yeah.
Yes.
Checking out the shoes.
This place is huge.
Over here it comes down and comes out to the brick paver sidewalk. Leads over to the gazebo where the grill is. Everything, they can grill anything they want. Groups will come in and grill. It's pretty quiet and serene out here.
Yeah.
Even though the chief's having a party at his house that I didn't get an invitation to.
You like that?
Very nice. I don't have it. All the rooms are full, so I can't get into the room. But on each end of the house, there's 6 bedrooms. The last 2 on each side, so 8 of the 12 bedrooms are connecting bedrooms. So you get a family in, and they need more than one room. You can put mom and dad in one room, kids in another room. They don't have to come out in the hallway to check on them. They can, just like in a hotel, in a connecting room in a hotel, they can do that. So. We're pretty proud of what we do to take care of our military men and women and their families. Doesn't matter if they're active duty, guard, reserve, retired, or in some cases even veterans. This medical center has a sharing agreement with the VA Medical Center downtown. So typically veterans cannot come and receive treatment in military medical centers, but because of the sharing agreement with our specialties, if they're receiving treatment here, then they can stay in the house while they're here. And they stay as long as they need to. They come in based on priorities. wounded from the war are priority one. If somebody's in the ICU and the family's coming from more than 50 miles away, they're the second priority. ICU closer to 50, other medical treatment further than 50 and closer to 50 and so on. But once somebody's in the house, regardless of what their priority was to get into the house, they stay. They're not bumped out if somebody of a higher priority comes along. They're here for the duration of their need for the medical treatment that's going on. So, like I said, we take care of a lot of folks. Last year we took care of 828 families. We're already past that for this year. That's a good news, bad news story. The good news is we've got 21 bedrooms to help people. The bad news is there's that many people that need our help. Now, realistically, we wish you didn't have that people staying here, but medical care and age and all that stuff, you're never going to get that. There's always going to be somebody who has medical care. So, questions?
Very nice.
Can we
Now,
take the
just
pictures
to-
inside?
Yeah, we can go back in. Just to translate for you on the value of your donation and what the return is, if you will, based on our budget, which is about $180,000 a year to operate the two houses total. We have to raise about $25 per room per night, occupied or unoccupied, to operate the house. About $15,000 a month. So, some people will come to me and say, well, here's a check for 50, I probably won't do much, or here's a check for 100, I probably won't do much. Well, that takes care of 2 nights, 4 nights respectively, and that gives them a barometer of what it is that they're doing to help us. We don't do it in big bites, we do it in smaller bites. Our real only big bite is our annual fundraiser we hold at the end of April every year out at the museum. Last year, after expenses raised almost $78,000.
Well, maybe it's a good thing out here to do the presentation out here,
Like I
because it'll
said-
give him more light.
We can do it wherever
We'll
we
have
want.
Trevor and Jeff and Brett there with him. And we would like to work with you again this coming year, and Jeff will stay in touch with you.
Yeah, because I'd like to come out to the game.
We'd like you to be a part of the organizing
You
of
may
it,
not
maybe.
want this on film, but Costa Papista and I became very, very
Oh,
good
really?
friends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's looking maybe next season going into Port Huron.
Oh, is he?
So we'll have you go over here, Chris, and Bo can come in. But we'd like to stay in touch with you and have you be a part of the organizing process of this year.
Okay,
We'll let Jeff go ahead and
Well, sir.
that's the man.
Well, sir, on behalf of the Dayton Demonz Professional Hockey Club and the best fans in hockey, we had a jersey auction following our Military Appreciation Night, and we'd like to present the Fisher House with a check for $3,000.
Great, thank you.
And on top of that, sir, Bones has been twisting my arm pretty hard.
Yeah, does it hurt?
yeah.
You need to get that on your disability claim.
We also have some of the best fans in hockey. We have an additional $250 we'd like to present the Fisher House.
How'd the fans do that?
They've did some fundraising behind our backs.
Oh, okay.
Because the Fisher House is important to me. It's important to Bones, so we want to give you extra.
Okay, great.
So,
Thank you.
thank you very
Thank you.
much. We appreciate
Bones?
it.
Thanks, boss.
Thanks.
Thank you.
We look forward to partnering with you again this year, and we'd like to have you help us with the organizing of the military night, and Jeff will stay in touch with you.
Well, one of the things I did with Costa several years ago, and I don't know if you consider doing this, but for the jerseys, we actually had like a contest on base to design the jersey. And then the winner was, got like a couple free tickets to the game that night, got recognized at the game, but, because you did a special jersey, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, so.
Jeff wanted to ask you, he's kind of had some things in mind that we wanted to present to you about maybe what we might do with the jersey. Jeff
So
might tell you a little
that would
bit.
be one that we could do if you want to do a contest on base to design and incorporate the Fisher House logo.
Well, I don't know about the logo. I mean, what we did is they came up with a design, and we actually got the Fisher House patches, and then they were put on the
Okay.
jersey that night. Because we have patches through the foundation.
We can do that.
That'd be great.
But, let people come up with a different design, and then you guys pick whoever to be your judges, whether it's some folks in the team or folks from outside or a combination thereof.
And then between you and Jeff, you can probably get it into the paper and be able to have people on base send in to that
Yep.
email or what have you, so
And,
we can do the name of the,
And I'm a retired first sergeant, and I don't know if anybody's been in the military, obviously Jeff has. He knows exactly what I did as first sergeant, but I'm still connected with the first sergeant group. And they meet every week, so I can set up a time, they have representatives on our board, they're part of our board. So I could set up a time to go to the first sergeants and present it to them before I send an email to them blind. It's for them to then send out within their organizations. There's pretty talented young folks around that go crazy over it.
well, we look forward to working with you again this year.
Okay. Really
Thanks
appreciate it.
again.
Thank you. Thanks for coming
Do
out.
one more photo.
Absolutely.
Miss Annie, can we do one?
Sure.
We'll do, why don't you
Oh,
guys,
you want us all in there?
um,
Here, I'll jump on this side.
do it, that way we do it from straight on. Why don't
Okay.
you take lower, slide in here.
Phone's wanna get in the middle, down below, down on the knee maybe?
When they give you, knee pads, isn't it?
And I'll take another one here. All right, Jeffrey.
You got it, John?
Thanks, boss. Okay.
Thank you.
Did you get them?
I know it took us quite a while to connect on that.
Yeah, sorry about that.
That's okay.
Like
You and I
I
talked.
mentioned to you,
You and I talked, I understand.
our issues that we have, but we're.
40, there it is.